Oracle, Tim here from Oracle Investments. Elon is now done selling for the year. We can now let this rally begin going into Q4 earnings. Will we see it rally straight up from here? We shall see. We are already up over 2% pre-market with the news that Elon is done selling. So I think we're going to keep on going up, and I think the real rally has just begun. We may see some hiccups along the way, but I think we have a lot of growth coming ahead of us for the next month. So for a final tally, Elon has exercised 22.8 million shares of his options and sold off 15.7 million shares. So he has a net gain of 7.1 million shares of stake in Tesla stock. Now, technically, Elon does potentially have another 2.6 million shares worth of options to exercise, but in order to do that, he needs to have the company exceed 30% gross margins for the next 3 quarters consecutively. That would put us at the end of July, and if he does so, he would then exercise those because those expire in August. So if that does happen, we will not see that until that time frame. But now that Elon is done selling for the year, let the rally begin. I still do believe with the Santa Claus rally, usually first or second week of the year, there's a little bit of selling after the rally. Totally normal. That's what happens. But is Tesla going to participate in that? We don't know. Again, there's a gap that could potentially get filled down to 939. As I was discussing with Seed in the comments, usually after a consolidation, if there's a gap up with Tesla, it doesn't fill that gap. But this wasn't really a consolidation that we were in. It was more of a downtrend. We shall see. You know, it only gets filled 9 out of 10 times. There's still that 1 out of 10 time chance that it's not going to get filled. And we literally just filled a gap that went down to 910 very recently. So I honestly don't know if it's going to come down that far again. It doesn't make logical sense to come down that far again after where we just came from. And as Seed said, there would have to be a decent catalyst to bring it down that far. And I don't see any. I mean, obviously we didn't foresee the Elon sales coming when they did to bring us back down to fill the gap the first time. But unless there's something major going on, I don't see us coming down that far to fill it. So it may not get filled. I don't know. Chances are, we aren't going to see a straight up run. There may be a little bit of red in there. Either way, I'm buying in. I don't know when we're going to see prices this low again. Maybe the first or second week of the year could come down a little bit. Otherwise, again, I see nothing but a nice euphoric rally going into Q4 earnings after that. So I would say by mid-January, we are going to be up and away. And if you guys haven't seen it, check out the interview that Lex Fridman had with Elon Musk. I did a video on the highlights and takeaways from that. I'll post that in the description down below if you want to check it out. But it really shows Elon. He discusses a lot about SpaceX, Tesla, FSD, AI bots, and just listening to him about his leadership and why they're so far ahead of everyone else. And Adam Jonas from Morgan Stanley uses one of the best similes I have heard, comparing Tesla to the white rabbit at a dog track. The white rabbit is out there and it's going. No dog is actually going to catch the white rabbit. All you can do is hope to be the fastest dog. And that's where Tesla's at right now. With Elon at the helm and, all the engineering prowess that they have behind them, they're going to be taking this lead and extending that lead even further because they're so vertically integrated and do everything themselves in-house. They are in full control of their own destiny. So because of that, nothing is going to slow them down. When you think about supply chain issues, you have, the supply of the raw materials that you need to get from somewhere else. And then you also have the cargo ships getting held up in places, any sort of transport otherwise that you need to try and get things in, and any other bottlenecks along the way that could get you there. When Tesla is creating and producing everything in-house, there are no bottleneck issues. I mean, what are they going to do? Say, oh, the guy down the other end of the factory is struggling to get it here faster? No, I mean, that's literally it. That their whole supply chain is within their own factory. And they're even working on getting the raw materials right next to it. You think about a lot of the Tesla gigafactories, they have a lot of their suppliers have factories right around them, because this way they don't have to worry about a truck getting stuck in traffic, cargo ships stuck off the coast. None of that stuff applies to them because they have everything they need right there in-house. And Elon was discussing products and how they create different manufacturing pieces. And he said most manufacturing says we need to make this product. And this product, we have these tools to make this product. In Elon's mind, it is, here is a product that we want to make. What is the most efficient and best way to put these atoms together to create that product? And then they create a way to do that. And that's why they're so seamlessly integrated and why they can produce things so fast, because they're creating the tools that are needed to create the best product possible. And this is where you get things like the GigaPress from Idra, or you're going to get where they're talking about for FSD 11.0, taking all the C and C++ information and putting it into a single stack to cut out all of that unnecessary drag to make it a single stack, to make it more efficient. Simple things like this is what they're doing. And of course, he's not like, the first thing is the perfect way of doing it, but you do that and then you can make things more efficient. And then you go back to what Elon had said in his interview is the winner of the race is the one who has the fastest pace of engineering innovation. And when you are starting with a streamlined approach and all you need to do is tweak along the way to make yourself better, you're going to continue having that lead, especially when nobody else has any of that because they're still doing it the old way with old tools. And all of these reasons are the reason why I am investing more and more into Tesla stock, because honestly, there's nothing else out there that is anything like Tesla. Nobody else has the potential future that Tesla has in so many different areas. So I am investing more and more into it. And looking forward to the next 3 quarters, Elon doesn't miss goals. Sometimes he may miss the time frame of the goal, but he hits his goals. So now this here with his goal for his last amount of options that he can achieve, he's got 3 quarters. It's a tight time frame. Will he hit it? I mean, they eclipsed 30% last quarter pretty easily. I have a feeling they're going to easily eclipse 30% in Q4. So Q1 and Q2, with the 2 factories ramping in Austin and Berlin, that will be the challenge, because taking a margin hit happens when you're ramping factories, as they had discussed on the Q3 earnings call. So is it possible that they may slip under it? Sure. Do you think Elon's going to let them slip under it? I know for sure he is going to do everything in his power to keep them above the 30%. Not for his own benefit, of course I'm sure that may play into it, but Elon's whole entire goal this whole time has been over 30% margins, pushing 35 and beyond. So if he can manage to keep the company over 30% in vehicle gross margins for Q1 and Q2 during ramps of Austin and Berlin, dude, just wait till 2023 when they're in full ramp mode like Shanghai is. We're going to be seeing 35 plus margins and just people's minds getting blown. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think Elon is going to hit 30% gross margins in the next 3 quarters so that he could exercise his last bit of options? Does it even matter to you that he would be selling at that time either? Because personally, I don't think it's going to matter at all at that time, because it's one set of options. It would be like another 934,000 shares, so be it. So let me know in the comments below what you think about that. Let me know what you think about the rally continuing. Do you think we're going to see a dip on the way up to Q4 earnings? Thank you all so much for being here. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. Follow me on Twitter at OracleTim1. That is where I post all the latest updates that I see in Tesla. Otherwise, I will see you all later. Have a great one.